Personally, that's what I believe. I'm going to take this call just so we can get this out of the way, depending on who it is. Area code 623, the west side of Phoenix, Arizona. You're on the AZ UFO Show. You're on the air.
This is Sharon. This is Blessedone333.
Oh, my God. Well, how are you?
We haven't heard from you in a long time.
Actually, I've never called in before.
No, it must be a different Sharon then.
Yeah, this is the we talked about her last week, Blessedone333, how she was making comments, which weren't real friendly, and then I came back and explained my side of things and who I was, and then it was one of those, Brian. Actually, I don't know. You're calling in for a certain reason. I'm surprised that you're calling in. So, what's on your mind?
Well, there's a lot of things on my mind. However, let's start here. I didn't really know who you guys were, but I have been posting videos for about a year now. Unfortunately, I've gotten a lot of interesting attention, some of which has been from professionals trying to see what the hell I'm doing, and some of which have been just troublemakers or trolls. Well, I'm not sure exactly what you guys are, so I'm just going to reserve my judgment.
He's a troublemaker.
I have been trying. Well, I have been trying to enlighten you guys about some certain details that are going on, which you guys want to, how should I say this, take my videos and call me Beastly One and some very other rude things, and no drama is,
first, before you continue with you guys, I've never received any comments from you that I'm aware of.
And also, just so you know, I don't call anyone names, so no drama might be the guy. I don't know. I'm reading in the chat room, it says the Beast, so they know he knows you somehow. I only know of you because you came on my channel just out of the blue one day and said, where's your video proof of the earthquakes that have been happening in California? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And then you just kept coming back with some off-the-wall comments that had nothing relevant to the video. So I don't know what you were trying to accomplish with that.
What I was making was comments that were relevant, but you just weren't understanding what I was saying because I thought that you had been to a level that you're not yet. So I was actually talking above you, and I apologize. And I don't like it when people do that.
What do you mean talking above me? That's kind of condescending the way you're putting that.
Yeah,
I know, and I don't mean it. I don't mean it to sound that way, but if you go to talk to a scientist, which I actually have scientist friends, and they talk to me about a subject which I don't understand yet, they are talking down to me. It's not that they mean it on purpose. They're just assuming that I know something that I didn't. And so now I have to go and figure out what the hell did they just say? And then I go on my own and do my own research. Okay, so that meant, okay, so now I understand what he's saying. And my job in this last year has been to try and help people understand what's going on in our world because there's a lot more than you guys understand.
Okay, I find that condescending. First off, you guys aren't scientists, and I've talked to scientists. If you're dealing with paranormal, you haven't talked with scientists. You have talked to what are known as pseudo-scientists. Please.
No, I've actually talked to some major scientists who have been in. Well, I don't want to do that.
No. You're not going to get in trouble by naming them. You're not going to get in trouble by naming them. You can't name them.
Well, actually, I could if I was at my computer and I could go through the list.
So you don't really know these guys at all. I mean, if I talk to someone, I remember their names.
Well,
okay.
Some of the people that I've talked to have actually told me not to say their name, mainly because they get attacked and they lose their job.
Because they don't have any credibility in the real world. Come on.
Well, no. Sometimes it's the real world that's becoming a little bit altered in their understanding of things, such as, and I'll give you an example. You want examples, and you want me to give you names. I'll start giving you names.
All right.
If you look into the scientist himself, I've given you the name of Dr. Malenga, who is from Italy. Now, if you look into a Google search, you'll have to do it using the word English because most of his work is in Italian. And I've been working with some people who've been using his information and his long-time scientific research and his data, along with other scientists, which are in the group, that some of which I agree with, they're in Europe, and some of which I do not. But the point is that this man was not a man of God, did not understand anything about UFOs. He was a polymer-type scientist who was actually more, in his university, was more of a man who was interested in hard science. That's why they came to him and said, look, we took these out of these implants here in Italy. We can't figure out what the hell this is. Can you please help us? So he did that. And in doing so, he became part of this research team. He's been doing it a very long time. He has 900, actually there's over 900 now, abductees. Look into his research. This man has come a long way in his understanding of what's going on in the world.
Alleged abductees.
No, actually, they're more than alleged. In fact, all of them.
Is there proof that they're abducted?
Oh yes. In fact, some of them have actually been.
Okay, what's the proof?
They've been recorded. And these alien beings, which we'll call them aliens, but these beings are recorded. And in fact, in one of the incidences. No.
You just said recorded and glossed over it. You've got to state your point and your facts. That's what no one ever does. They've been recorded. Recorded how? Magnetically? Video? Audio? What do you mean by recorded?
And the data would be... Someone in Agent Enigma makes a good point. I'm trying to explain something here. Agent Enigma makes a good point in the chat room saying the data would be published for it to be reviewed. Where is that?
Well, unfortunately, my problem is this. When you talk to the Italian groups and you talk about the UFO connections that I have here, because in Italy it is not thought of as pseudoscience, but they look at it basically as the science comes in and they don't have preconceptions, some of which they actually flipped their positions on understanding. From the beginning they started their science, and now what they're publishing and what they're understanding about the universe and what's going on. It's not my science, it's their science. It's just one thing to back up this information. But what they have proven, and this is documentation, and it's more than enough in Italy, they have proven that an abductee who has a implant within them that they take out, if they cannot connect with the God source, the creator of all universe, then they get re-abducted. But once they're able to connect with this God source, they're able actually, in one instance, this one girl melted a chair at 1,400 degrees. It was a metal chair, and that proof was still there. That was evidence.
Where? But where is that? Where can I go? Where can I see this evidence?
I want to see the video of this. It was recorded, right?
Again, this is Italian scientists.
Okay, so why should that be any different than American scientists? They document things the same way we do.
Because, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. There is
I
a power
that...
There is a power
I am
that's trying
listening to what you're trying to tell me.
There's a power that's trying to keep this information from you, because once you learn your value, that you have power over these creatures, and this woman who was abducted learned how to tap into this power, she was able to now not be abducted any longer. And they're teaching the rest of them how not to be abducted. These people have implants. These are real implants.
Listen, I know.
Where's the documentation?
There's nothing proving that.
Are you ready? Google Dr.
Oh, it's on the internet.
I
believe everything we see on the internet.
Italy.
Oh, you're talking
no, honey. I've been trying